God, you have blessed me with the reminders of the value of prayer and community. I noticed about 3 months ago that my satisfaction levels were declining. I didn't want to go out, exercise, talk on the phone, and meet with people. As the sullenness made habitation in my life, the blues also decorated the space between whatever and uh-oh. I started to fight my decline by watching encouraging comedy, but it still was a stop-start deal. Then it dawned on me. My practice of listening to encouraging worship, reading my Bible, and other thought-provoking messages had waned, and unfortunately, my prayer life was wonky beyond the Lord's Prayer and the armor of God. The spirit of Thanksgiving needed to be recognized and recharged, and I began to get back on track with our SPSA Tuesday morning PJ prayers via Zoom. A reconnection with community care and joy immediately reminded me of what I was missing: fellowship with people who pray. I found myself in every weekly session hearing or sharing something that dissipated the stronghold of discontent. Some mornings I was too tired to be people ready, and I kept my camera off during the 30-minute gathering and still just seeing and listening to the music, the people, the poem, the prayer request, and the plethora of good news that was and is a soul soother. There are so many things I've asked the people to join me from this church and outside of this church in prayer for, and the answers have come in ways that remind me of the love of God. Hard and painful requests, simple requests, prayers of thanksgiving personal for communities here and matters impacting the globe. We are united in hope to be encouraged that God has encircled our minds and hearts with remembrances and invitations not to be isolated, and that the welcome mat of care is never worn out before God and never worn out as St. Paul and St. Andrew. Needed support beyond our PJ Prayer Zoom format can always be addressed by our pastoral team. Don't hesitate to reach out to these connections of care. And I'll end with this. Since I got back on track, things are better. Not perfect, but I'm no longer feeling like I'm in quicksand. I'm finding my footing again, creating schedules that include things that bring me joy, like praying for myself first, so I can hold others in prayer from a position of believing the best for and with them. This week, one of my prayers for a day trip I had last Friday would wind up being answered wonderfully. The question was, who would be in attendance? Our travel plans, our drivers, our hosts, ourselves. The forecast was rain in New York City, long rain in Connecticut, so I prayed about that, and as well as others, and we had a rain-free, traffic-favored, tummy-filled, heart-overflowing, long, safe, beautiful reunion. This day trip might not have been something I could have committed to a month ago, but I credit the community of people here who lift us up when we are in a quirky or bad or directionless place and say something aloud or drop us a word hug that is our daily bread, the bread we need. I invite you to stay plugged into God and communities of care. I invite you to PJ Prayers, which is on Tuesday mornings at 7:30 a.m. I invite you to check the church's bulletin and email newsletter for the Zoom link. I invite you to pray for yourself, this church, and this world. And if you run out of things to pray for, add my name, or just shift to giving thanks for what you have and what you hope for that will make your heart smile. May God be praised.